Good afternoon. This is Ricky Simon, President of River City Youth Football and Cheer Conference, coming to you live from the River City Sports Show. Look forward to this being not just one thing we can add to a many for our young people, but want to make sure that our young people understand that dreams can come to reality. And in this River City Sports Show, we're going to talk about a plethora of things. One in particular, our mission and our vision statement. The mission of River City Youth Football and Cheer. We will encourage mental, physical growth and train, instruct, keen competition. And emphasis will be placed on self-discipline, moral values, academic achievement, and social skills. The importance of that is we have young people who are walking these streets each and every day, walking the hallways of schools each and every day with no social skills. And we want to be sure that everybody understands the importance of what it means to socialize in a positive manner. And this is something that all of our associations and try to implement each and every day through coaching. Whether it be a pat on the back, whether it be a word of encouragement, we want to make sure that our young people know the importance in which they bring to us each and every day, because if we don't have the kids, we cannot implement these wonderful things that we have for our young people. The next thing is our vision statement, providing a safe and fun environment. We will build a youth athletic football conference that will shape character, create role models, positively impact athletes, coaches, volunteers, and the community. We will develop and demonstrate the highest level of character, discipline, leadership to require to succeed in sports and in life. So we want to make sure the vision is clear for everybody who's a part of River City, that our young people are not just what we refer to as studs, but they are young people, they are kids. And these kids will one day be adults. And we want to make sure that we implement the importance of being a good citizen. And that will always push them to be a great role model. And this is what we want to do at every association across the city, in the city of Jacksonville and surrounding areas. So I am very proud to say and very proud to be the president and founder of River City Youth Football and Cheer. And in saying that, it brings me to, what does River City entails? Well, we always wanted to make sure excitement was the biggest thing. Excitement on Saturday, excitement through the weekdays. Highlighting our parents, highlighting our kids, highlighting these outstanding guardians. If you're not a mom or a dad or whomever these kids are staying with. So in saying that, River City is definitely something that you want your young people to be a part of. Associations that's affiliated with River City. You have one, FLA Vikings in the downtown area. 10 years in existence. Excited, fun, loving. You have two, Westside Wildcats, historical park, engaging on the west side. Been around for years. That's why I say historical. When we're dealing with historical parks, we're dealing with something bigger than ourselves. Sweetwater Athletic Program, another historical park, something that we look to and look for as a pillar in the community of so many to come out, be successful. Arlington Seminoles, right in Arlington, Standstill Association. They have their own football field. It's not a part of COJ, City of Jacksonville. They're affiliated with the Lions clubs and have great leadership. Then you have Trey Man Elite, which is located in Central Florida, led by a great leader who's always about and love the kids. Then you have another historical park that has just came back to its prominence, Pine Forest Rattlers. Yes, Pine Forest Rattlers. So excited to see those guys doing what they're doing, bringing it back in that community because it is a community park. Last, but certainly not least, the Duval Jags, who their 6th through their 13U is ranked nationally. And it was started by the two brothers who had a vision and a dream to one day become a national ranked association. And them brothers did that. And I'm very proud of them, as well as I'm proud of every individual that I have just named. This is what River City encompasses. We try to make sure that we can meet the needs of all young people. They say, where does he come from? That means you're too busy focusing on who you think is a stud instead of all the young people that make up that thing called team. So that's the excitement of being a part of River City. Saturdays, oh man, games were lit, fun, excitement, competitive. Everybody just going back and forth with each other. We had a jamboree, exciting, trash talking between coaches. Had the opportunity to videotape them. And everybody was in just love. You know, everybody competitive, everybody want to beat each other, but then at the same time, it's respect. Which brings me to some of the things that River City does, and that's our midnight games, our midday games, excuse me. Our midday games, pretty much, we want the kids to get prepared to play on weekdays. Why? Middle school, high school, they play on weekdays. Everybody thought, oh, Rick, man, you changing it. You doing this, you doing that. My thing was always trying to emulate what's already taking place. If we're preparing the kids and we're also preparing them weeknights under the lights, don't get scared when them lights come on. Because on Saturday, we just got sun, hopefully, rain, whatever the weather, the climate is, that's what we're dealing with. But on the weeknight games, man, when those lights come on, those lights mean a whole lot because you know your kid is at the center of attention. So we try to make sure that River City promotes well, River City teaches well, and River City prepares well. We just had a beautiful event not too long ago. We had our River City Junior ESPY Awards, the first ever, the first annual ESPY Awards. I was so excited, still excited. Got the opportunity to recognize some living legends. And in recognizing these living legends, I mean, they had the opportunity to give us history, give us knowledge, and to the young people who's coming up. And for me to be able to see the elation on their face took me beyond belief that you can still give someone something as small as a token of love as a plaque. And it's like giving them a check for $1 million. So I was very excited about that. We had our Heisman Trophy winners. And our Heisman Trophy winners, oh man, to be able to see those kids come up, they was dressed up, looking good, and presented themselves so well. And it did nothing but put a smile on my face, as well as the parents. The parents are so proud. I got a lot of people saying, oh man, you got to do this on a weekend so we can have, more people come out. But I'm going to tell you, the number of people that was in attendance, to me, it was still an overwhelming amount of people. Because I don't look at numbers. I look at participants. And it allows me to realize that everybody wants attention. And that's what River City does. We bring the attention where before you had none. We're going to try to make sure every year we grow. Some things last year I want to do that I didn't do. But now coming this year, we've done it. One was Junior ESPY Awards. We took care of the 2021 season, August 25th, 2022. And I thank God it got done. But we're looking to make sure that we do that following the season because it just brought so much excitement. So when you have this event, when you're recognizing your living legends and you're recognizing these kids that perform highly on the football field, we also recognize our cheer. We want to make sure that our cheer was recognized. We had the most engaging coach, which was Ebony Kirkland at Sweetwater Athletic Association. We had the top cheer program, which was the Westside Wildcats. I mean, last year at the cheer competition, those girls did an amazing job. But in recognizing these people, we also made sure we recognized the behind the scenes. The behind the scenes was Dana Parrish, who's the River City cheer coordinator. Now, in doing that, recognizing her and thanking her for all her hard work, also want to make sure I recognize the man in the house, which is her husband. She called him Parrish. I enjoyed him so much because everything that his wife was a part of, he's right there assisting. And everything he's a part of, she's right there assisting. Teaching moment. Support is king when you're trying to do anything, whether you're building a young person up, whether you're in a marriage, whether you're in a relationship. Support is key. And River City needs your support. We're going to need your support year in and year out, event in and event out, everything that we do. But in saying that, River City has everything there is to offer to young people. River City has football. River City has basketball. And we're implementing this year 7-on-7. Reason being, I have nothing against anything else what folks do, but the things that we implement is things that we discuss, things that we talked about, things that we know that the kids have interest in. And we're going to try to meet them at their need. You're going to hear me say that quite often, not just at this show, but throughout all of our shows. We're going to have special guests to come up, and those special guests are going to discuss, talk, try to relay things to you guys that will better give you an understanding of why they do the things they do. And there's a lot of questions to be asked. Want to take the time real quick to pause and let Nard Brown, little brother, know that we are praying for him, his family. Definitely want to make sure he knows that the love is real and is genuine from River City. Much props to you. And in saying that, guys, River City is just not sports. We make sure that when we're dealing with anybody, it's all genuine love. Because once again, our young people are constantly listening to everything we say. Now, they're listening, but they're also watching. So the things that you do, they're watching you. So when we say role models, we're not just simply saying what we're trying to turn our young people in, but we're also trying to make sure as the adults are standing by practice, as the adults are having conversation, that they realize that our young people are listening to you. They are watching you. So it goes beyond the football field. Because they would take what they see from a mom, a dad, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, or even somebody that they look up to and bring it on the football field. So thank God we have not and will not look forward to having any issues on our Saturdays. But we want to make sure that everybody know the importance of River City, what River City entails, the things that I think that stands out about River City. One in particular things, we can't do nothing without our teen moms. Our teen moms are an integral part to what we do and how we look at our success rate. That the times that these ladies give up, putting books together, paperwork, calling parents, getting snacks, I think it's more than what we look into. But we got to make sure that we thank these people, thank these women, because predominantly as women, we don't have teen dads and teen granddads, them folks that try to get in the game for free. We don't have those. But our teen moms, they should be always approached, received with a bed of roses of thank yous, because they are so well prepared each week in and each week out. And we thank you for that. Next, I want to talk about the River City teams to watch. These teams that we're watching early in the season, we're moving into week 3. And as we move into week 3, the one thing that I say is exciting to me is come week 4, it's time to start passing out Pro Bowl tickets. Now, the Pro Bowl tickets are going to be very exciting this year because the same set that we have here, we're going to actually have our young people on talking to them. And I want them to know that, not only it's not just going to be Ricky Simon on the stage having a conversation, but we're going to be recognizing our young people on this beautiful screen, making sure everybody understands that once again, it's all about the kids. That's why we're doing it. It's all about the kids. There's no other reason. If we don't have the kids, we don't have River City, period. So everybody know what clients is. If you don't have clients, if you don't have customers, you don't have a business. And in my area, if I don't have kids, I don't have anything going. So we're going to make sure our kids know. I want them to be able to see themselves on this podcast, whether it be YouTube, whether it be our River City sports page, our sports forum, that they know the importance of what we do and why we do it. That's the excitement of engagement. And we want to make sure that you guys know what's important. Now, talking about teams to watch. And me doing my research, looking over our squads, looking at the teams early. We know about all our great national ranked teams, but I'm going to talk about everybody. And in particular, and not in order, but if I go in order to keep myself straight. So we'll start off with our 6U. 6U, we have our young babies who are in preparation to be great warriors on that football field. One in particular, Coach Chuck Hinton is doing a great job with his 6U squad over at the Duval Jags. Last year there was a B team. This year they're coming out as an A team, and those guys are taking care of business. Very impressed, very proud of what he's doing. Definitely love the engagement in which he brings to his young people. Another 6U team that you have to watch out for is Trey Man Elite. Coach Jay is always on point when it comes to his kids. During the Jamboree, he was doing the teaching. He was teaching the kids, showing the kids different techniques. And he told the kids, just because the man in front of you don't mean the man come at you. Your assignment is to go through the gap. And I told him he don't understand how important that was to be able to teach those young people that gap assignments is more important than who is in front of you. And a technique in which you can use to get past that person. I thought that was phenomenal, man. I gave him a lot of credit for that, as I always try to do. 8U level. Duval Jags. Coach Kilo doing a great job. He's played in several national games already, and I think he's going to have a great season. Now, do I see some teams that's going to be competitive for him? That it just won't be a cakewalk? Definitely. Sweetwater Athletic Association. Sweetwater Athletic Association got a young man. I don't know this kid's name, but I'm going to get his name for you. We're going to make sure he's up on this screen. He wore number 18 last Saturday versus FLA Vikings. This boy is a speed demon. He is special. I'm going to get his name. I'm going to get his information because he's definitely someone who we're going to be giving a Pro Bowl ticket to. Definitely. Then you have Trey Man Elite. Trey Man Elite is full of studs that will give anybody problems. Coach TK did a lot of recruitment to make sure he build up and be prepared for those national ranked Jaguars. So in that 8U division, we got to look out for the Duval Jags. We got to look out for Trey Man Elite. We got to look out for Sweetwater. This thing is a toss-up. So we got to look out for these teams because of one, they bring so much competitiveness to the football field. Then they got great coaching. So we want to make sure that we look at these guys, we give these guys their props, but at the same time, it's always a team lingering around that you just didn't know was going to be that good. That's what River City got. So then you have 7U. I skipped 7U, I'm sorry. 7U division. We got Coach Peasy Lewis, who actually won Coach of the Year this year, and he's over at Arlington Seminoles. He's doing an outstanding job. Lewis and Don, great job. Great job. They're really getting those boys up to snuff, playing 8U teams to get prepared for nationals. But then you have that ranked team, Alonzo McQueen, Duval Jags, 7U. Those boys are doing a phenomenal job. He knocked off the number one team in the nation. Some of you guys may say, why you left them second to talk about? Because I got to give him all his flowers. And I don't want to leave out anybody. But Alonzo McQueen, one of the reasons I love this young man, not just because I've been knowing him since he was in high school, but he actually coached for the love of the kids. You don't catch him on social media talking trash. You don't catch him doing all this extra stuff. He's doing it for the kids. That's it. He let everybody else talk for him. That's what I love. The importance of being a winner is let somebody else talk for you. Because when they talk for you, you get more praise and props for that. When you got to talk for yourself, you get a lot of hatred. That's going to come anyway. So what Alonzo is doing, he's making his mark, he's leaving his mark, and his 7U team is the number one team in the nation. We don't have any other team in Jacksonville that's number one in the nation. They close, but Alonzo McQueen, Duval Jags, 7U, #1 in the nation. So we expect nothing but greatness from those guys throughout the entire season. And he's also playing 8U teams and dominating those teams. So we are really looking forward to what they're going to do in postseason. But in preseason, some of the dynamite players that he has is phenomenal. So we know that these guys are going to push it forward and do a great job. All right. So moving forward to we did 6, did 7, did 8, our 9U. 9U is a very exciting topic because you got 2 young brothers who I think are going to be the face of community park ball. And you never know. They could move on to school ball. They have that much talent. You have Taryn Wilson, Duval Jags, 9U head coach. And then you have Jarrell over at Sweetwater Athletics, 9U head coach. These 2 guys last year went at it. Needless to say, Taryn got the best of it. Taryn blowed him out. So Jarrell put together a squad this year that Taryn feels like it's not going to be no competition for him. Talked to him yesterday on the phone, as I normally do. And he was telling me, bro, it ain't going to be close. That date is set for September 22nd. Thursday night. Jags home game. So all I'm going to tell y'all is get your popcorn ready. That's going to be a show. Now, if I leave it up to Taryn don't think it's going to be a show. He thinks it's going to get canceled by the second quarter. All I can tell y'all is that's going to be the game to watch. That's going to be the game to watch. September 22nd. Get ready, because that's going to be it. I need to make sure it's a packed house. I need to make sure everybody is there. Man, be on time, because y'all already know the parking space is going to be crazy. Down the street, round the corner. It's your fault if you late. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But make sure you are in the place. Duval Jags, 9U, nationally ranked, versus Sweetwater Athletic Association, UYFL ranked. This is going to be huge. That's going to be a barn burner. Those are our 2 teams in our 9U divisions. And these guys are not only playing up in the 10U division, they're also playing some nationally ranked teams as well. Then in that 10U division, that's going to be ugly as well. You have Kyle with the 10U Duval Jags. Duval Jags. This team is well put together. Kyle is an outstanding human being who had a dream years ago to have a national ranked team, a national ranked squad, organization, and he got it. And when I say he got it, he got it. And I definitely appreciate all his hard work. You can see it now on the field. He's playing against 11U teams. He don't care who he play against. He just want to play the game of football for his kids. When he's walking up and down the sideline, he's constantly teaching. He told me something last year that meant more than football to me. He changed his ways. He told me how he, things that he don't do anymore on the sideline. Words he don't use. New actions that he's now implementing in the way that he walked, the way that he talked. That meant more than football to me, because that's called growth, which I think everybody in life should experience, but everybody don't. So that's very important that we all know the importance of growth. And to see him do it around those young people, he's what I call a role model, because there's so many times that he can step out of that and be who he used to be. But he's determined to be that new man, and I give him credit and props for that. So for him to do what he do with his group, I think is outstanding. And I can truly say we are standing on the right path, because what Kyle is bringing to that 10U group, we know that these guys will be #1 come postseason. 11U, hands down, I got to give it to TK, Trey Man Elite. This group is special. They play 12, they play 11. All they want to do is make sure they leave a mark in that national battle tournament. And I truly believe that these guys will. So Trey Man, Coach TK, you're deemed, you're crowned as the #1 team. 12U, we have the FLA Vikings, undefeated, which I am so proud of my group. These guys are dominant. They're doing their thing on the field, on the sideline, led by Coach Bobby Brown. Very impressed with what he's been doing. I am highly impressed. Then you have Coach Casey over at Westside Wildcats, who's doing a dynamic job. Much props to you, my brother. I think these leading up games are going to be critical because these matchups are going to be critical. This week we have Trey Man Elite going into week 3 versus FLA Vikings. Undefeated versus undefeated. This about to be real. We're going to be in Central Florida. So we're going to see exactly how this thing go down. But the undefeateds will meet this week. Then you cannot leave out Bello and his Duval Jags. They are also undefeated. They are doing some miraculous things, some great things. They played a national game. I don't count that. I know I'm going to have some haters out there looking at me, but they just lost against the Gators. You ain't in River City. So River City is undefeated. So let's make sure that we know we recognize our people to the highest, and we make sure that our 12 youth get the props that they so deserve. 14U. I got to start off by giving FLA Vikings 14U, Coach Mike, Coach Floyd. Them boys been putting it in for these kids. They dominant. They doing it on the field. They doing it off the field, making sure the grades are right. But these boys are handling business like nobody business. So FLA 14 Vikings, hey man, much props to you. Also, we have Duval Jags, Terrell Dallas, nationally ranked UYFL #1 team coming back for 13U. These boys are on a mission. They're 13U playing in the 14U bracket. Now, some of the teams that they playing against are 13U. However, we say 14U, but we're going to make sure that Duval Jags get they just due. Mike Wright got that defense right. Travis McCall got that offense right. Those boys got a full staff over there that's doing some miraculous things. And we want to make sure we give them props, give them praise, because they're doing a great job. FLA Duval Jags 14U, y'all leading the cavalry, man. And we know y'all going to finish strong. That's my time for today. I hope that everybody enjoy yourself. I hope everybody enjoy this podcast. Look for more to come. We're going to go as far as saying this. Whatever you're doing in the community, I want to spotlight you. I want you next to me. I want you to sell and present what you represent each and every day. We appreciate you. We love you. Till the next time. Ricky Simon, we out.
It's the Nothing But the Hits farewell tour of the Williams Brothers. November 5th at the Paxson Revival Center. With special guests, the Swanee Quintet, the Williams Singers, Keith Wonderboy Johnson, and more. Tickets $40 in advance, $50 at the door. VIP available. They're available at Eventbrite, DJ Records, or Paxson Discount Christian Bookstore. For info, call 904-813-0085.
So you've been watching the show. Would you like to be a content provider yourself and develop a show for the Inspire Network? Please give us a call today at 904-389-5592 or go to www.connecttv.info to